Everybody, it's Invicta. It is time for another judging of Isaac. Today on the stand is going to be, you guessed it, Zombolis' favorite item, IBS. IBS. Stand accused of being extremely dangerous and deadly to the player without providing very little benefit, although you do have a couple ones, which we will point out. How do you plead? We're about to find out. But first off, thank you all very much. We did have another video crossing 3,000 likes now, putting us at 451 on our way to 480 for the next like streak goal, which I'll be announcing next week. So here's your amazing picture of the day. This one got a huge smile out of me just because it is so awesome. From River Rocks 300, title third was girlfriend and friends made me go out for a college senior bar crawl, but I kept my priorities straight. As you can see, it's literally a picture of me on the bottom right hand side while playing Vanilla Isaac during the birthday stream. And then in the thread they said, call me a nerd, but I wanted to sit back and watch Invicta's birthday stream from the comfort of my bed, but my friends had other plans. Glad I got to tune in for part of the birthday stream. That is awesome, River Rocks. Thank you very much. I hope you had fun out in the bar crawl. That looks like a good healthy club there too, so thank you. Hey, you know what, it's all about keeping priorities but also keeping your friends and girlfriend happy. I know how it goes. All right, so we're playing as base Isaac here. C doesn't really matter, but if you want to play along, it's X-Ray Victor 1 Yankee Romeo Delta Yankee. Of course, this is Hush Delirium week. Remember, we got to go to Hush and Delirium, and we are playing on the YouTube save file for this week because it is during a challenge week. So I'm going to give myself IBS, and we are just going to get started. All right, so IBS, what does it do? IBS will give you essentially what is essentially the Tainted Blue Baby power. Randomly spawning you randomly granting you his unique powers every now and then, like gas bombs. You, of course, you have the very dangerous explosive diarrhea. You see right there, you got a butt bomb. And it can be good and it can be bad. Let's talk about the good, because I know that Zombolis is watching, and I know that he's going to want he's going to want me to be fair, which of course judging of Isaac is always fair. But let's talk about the good first. The good, of course, you do have basically unlimited bombs, and whenever they do decide to proc, it is very nice to be able to just kind of throw one out there. Just you have to be paying attention. So the more time that you invest on making sure you're not doing something stupid, like say not looking at the screen, for example, you're going to be rewarded because you're going to be able to make sure you can always do something with those bombs or gas clouds, that sort of thing. You also have the creep, or the diarrhea creep, as I like to call it, because it's just hilarious to call it that. But also, that one does give you a very huge amount of damage and DPS up, because it gives you tears, it gives you damage, range. It's essentially kind of like Hallowed Ground, but you can basically draw on the ground where the creep goes. I mean, you all have seen it before. Now, talking about the dangers of IBS are far and wide reaching and also very well known. But if you don't know what the dangers do, that fart cloud that you saw me in that last room with those Mullibooms, oh look, there's the creep right there. So you see here, you get a nice little, oh, it doesn't give you range up, but it gives you a nice tears and damage up, which is nice. That brown fart cloud that we had in the Mulliboom room came from us having IBS, and if that was actually close to any fire, that would have actually exploded. So this is the item that gives you that sort of explosive, and not in a good way. Like if a fire actually was in here in this brown gas, it would actually detonate. So you got to be super careful about that. You can use it to your advantage, but it's more about just trying to make sure you don't hit yourself over and over and over again. Get a petrified poop there. Petrified poop is going to preserve anything that we throw on the creep. Okay, so that's a gas cloud. It's not really going to do much. It's not a poison cloud. You'll notice that things may pass through there. We're not actually poisoning them. Now that one is a poison cloud. You saw it kind of catch on with the other gas cloud there, and then you also just saw the exact reason why I hate IBS, because we just randomly decided to spawn a fire poop, and it caused us to literally take direct damage. So here we go. IBS is not one of those items that I consider to be good. We did get more options in the shop, by the way, which for a first floor is quite nice. We're going to be able to have that for the remainder of this run. And that's going to give us 2 items that we can choose from out of the item rooms. And that combined with the D-Sizzle is going to be very nice. But yeah, you basically, again, it's an item that you have to make sure you're paying attention with. Because you never know what's going to proc, and when it does, you got to make sure that you're prepared not to drop a fire poop inside of a gas cloud. Or like, you know, I got stuck in the doorway and, yep. All right, two active items there, so we're not going to get a devil deal. Now remember, we've got to go fight Delirium and Hush on lap 1. This is still part of Delirium and Hush challenge week, so you know, as much fun or not fun, depending on how you look at it, Judging of Isaac is, we have to make sure that we got to stay dialed in because we are folding it into a challenge week here. E12 might be fun. We might roll this room. Well, actually, there's not a whole lot of rocks left. I sincerely doubt that we're going to get any other full charges on the D6. You would think that, okay, well, take that back. Well, let's hold off on using this until after we're done with the devil deal. But we're most likely going to be using this inside of the item room. Okay, so the curse room is basically free. Wow. Okay, and then all of a sudden we just get a billion HP. I don't think we can get out of the door in time. Didn't matter though. That's a very funny game. It's very, very funny. I'm glad that you were able to take our devil deal away before giving us an absolute metric butt ton of damage. There's the concussive poop. That one just does an AoE attack. Like when you hit the black poops. Okay, and we got to play lights out. Remember, it's not only do we have to contend with IBS, but also have to contend with the fact that we've got to go to Hush and Delirium on lap 1. And man, we haven't had too much problem so far this week anyway. But again, I don't want to get ahead of myself. Upon didn't do anything. We do get a Tears upgrade, but as you saw, we did not get Devil Deal, which is to be expected. Now we could also go play the Sacrum Shuffle, but this is kind of a rare gift here for us to get so much HP out of nowhere on floor 2 that I think I'm just going to let it ride, and we'll see what we can get out of this item room reroll. And of course, if you're not watching the Blueprints videos, make sure you do. Go check it out. We had a phenomenal episode yesterday, and I haven't recorded today's episode, so I honestly don't know how it went. Hopefully it went well. Because not even worth picking up. And we could go play the Sacrum Shuffle, but it doesn't feel good. We're going to do that. We've already missed out on the Devil Deal. We could get technically teleported into the Angel Deal, but that's a little too much HP for me to give up, and we cannot miss the next Devil Deal for the aforementioned Hush Delirium week, which is happening right now. I did watch Tales of the Underworld, the new animation short form series by Dave Filoni in the Star Wars universe. And the first half, I thought they were going to have like a combined series, but it's just two mini series combined into one series, which is weird because they're separate. The first half revolves around Asajj Ventress. The second half revolves around Cad Bane. Now, obviously, they were saving Cad Bane because he's by far the more popular character, and also coincidentally happens to be my favorite Star Wars character. People ask me who's my Star Wars go-to, my Star Wars goat. Even though I really like Jedi, of course, but Cad Bane has always been my favorite character since I ever got first introduced to him in Clone Wars. So it's worth checking out if you're a Star Wars fan. If you're not a Star Wars fan, then you probably won't find too much enjoyment. Did we just take a second hit there? What just happened? That was weird. We must have been proccing IBS because everything stopped. Everything froze. Yeah, but even if you're not a Star Wars fan, you probably get some mild enjoyment out of it. You don't have to know the characters to know to understand what's going on. They spoon feed you everything. So this bomb, we would have to be careful here. I know the secret room's here. Back up to 9 cents now. First room, we've already kind of pissed away too many soul hearts here, so I'm gonna refrain from going back into the curse room here until it's just until we get more soul hearts. That is. So here we go. We have hollow ground, and there it goes. That was great of you to curve back on yourself there, hollow ground. That was top notch. I mean, I wouldn't want to be in this run either. You are involved with IBS now, so I'm gonna grab metal plate, even though it's not a great item. It does give us a soul heart back, so then we can save this reroll for the Devil Deal or the shop. Now, if you do throw the poops, like that petrified poop that we just did right there, they do actually cause physical damage. I did use the magician card, by the way, the reverse magician card, so we don't have to worry about silliness coming in from Carrion Queen. Nice little toss there on Carrion Queen as well. Now, in terms of how often IBS procs, it's honestly, I don't know how we didn't get hit there. It's honestly just completely random. The only stipulation is that you have to be in an active room. That one just procced back to back, so does that one. It's not even like we have a lot of tears rate either. This is just happening randomly. So there's the explosion there. I was hoping we were gonna get Carrion Queen, but we didn't. There we go. Okay, not too crazy. I'm so tired of seeing experimental treatment, dude. Purgatory. Purgatory could help us. Oh, there's a little, did you hear that? There was like a dice roll there. Like an actual, like, literal dice roll. I heard that on the new sound effect. I like that. I like those little touches. Really add a lot. We don't have enough money to get into the shop, and remember, we gotta make Hush, so I'm not taking experimental treatment. What I meant was we don't have enough money to buy a premium item in the shop. We could get in there, of course, but it's a little bit short, and also time constraint here because we're trying to go fight Hush without having to spawn anything in like we did yesterday. Blank card, no, but there is a reroll pedestal now, chance anyway, that we can have in the secret room. So that's going to be our top priority here. Now, one thing I was going to say, and I don't want to jinx myself because it's happened twice now so far on Judging of Isaac, is that we try to make an item, you know, just give us a regular run, and then all of a sudden the game's like, oh, you want to do an all pills run? Well, how about having PhD? You know, and one thing I was going to say here, and I hope I'm not ruining it, but where IBS really kind of helps you a lot is if you have rock bottom, because of the way that the diarrhea creep works. Giving you those temporary buffs, those temporary buffs turn into permanent buffs, and they stack. So that is very, very, very nice. And if we end up somehow getting rock bottom on this run after I've said that, and I thought of it right at the beginning of this run, it's literally the game knowing exactly what it's doing to try to make me look dumb. I don't need any help with that because I do that enough as it is. I can make myself look dumb better than the rest of them. Excuse me. Black Lotus. Black Lotus is a lot of HP, but that's something that we surprisingly don't need right now. May seem like a little bit of a waste there, but remember we have a ton of HP right now. Plus, if we need to, we can go get the Black Lotus. So I don't mind doing this. We basically traded one soul heart for those bombs, and then okay. So now that was a waste. Curse Room's doing their Curse Room thing. And agreed fight. Take a Steam sale. Been lucky with these soul hearts here. We should, I believe, have a full charge for going into this boss room, but again, the full charge doesn't really matter here if it's ready for the boss that much because we're prioritizing the secret room. Okay. I don't know if I like that new IBS sound. So there's explosive diarrhea. Kind of crap that he parked himself right next to the wall. We know the tears upgrade, that's great, but we need to get some damage. 3.87 tears rate is not terrible at all. It's not good, but it's not terrible. And really what it's going to come down to is, do we decide to just cash in our Black Lotus for HP, or do we go for the reroll in the item room versus go for the reroll in the secret room? Literally don't have to be in that room, so I'm not gonna. You saw me carry that poop pile right through the door, which is, again, it's kind of a nice feature there. You always got to pay attention with IBS, man. It's gonna test your it's really gonna test your gumption. Okay, this might be a huge mistake. I don't like almond milk for the most part, but desperate times call for desperate measures. I will take the contact, though, which is going to give us a nice little projectile defense that we've got going on, but obviously we need damage, and more importantly, we need some tear effects, especially getting some piercing shots. So, yeah, it's going to be close to Hush, but hopefully we start curving out here. Our power going into the depths. Of course, don't get it twisted. We do not, even though it looks like our tears are big, it's because of the shielded lens, so shielded contact. We can block projectiles with our projectiles, which are normally not something that I really like to do if we have a low tears rate, but because obviously we have almond milk now, it's going to be much better. Now, is it better than taking Black Lotus? Oh, we didn't really need HP at the time. And this gives us a little bit of help against Delirium. And Hush as well. We can shoot down the Continuum Tears, which is a very good amount of defense. But where we're really going to be lacking, and you've already seen it happen here, is going to be in the damage department. So yes, it is good to be able to shoot away enemy projectiles and stuff, but how are we going to kill them? The answer is very slowly. Very, very slowly. We've gone to 2 dead ends so far. All right, maybe we'll just go up here. Maybe this is the right way to go, shall we? We could use a movement speed upgrade as well. Remember, we are playing as base Isaac, so all of our stats are at the base value here. We get a coupon again. Or not a coupon again, but we get another item pedestal inside of the secret room. And yeah, we gotta take Sausage. Sausage gives us a whole bunch of stats here, including tears and damage. Maybe this cardio coin is lasting forever. I don't know how much that was, but that was like 30 coins. And yes, even though we have almond milk, we still have a tears rate that we can go beyond. So it's good to get tears capped whenever you have soy milk or almond milk. Go back into the curse room here. Okay. Found another dead end here. Good. Sometimes another problem with IBS is that it's, depending on how much crap is going on the screen, it is actually pretty easy to lose track of whether or not it procs on Isaac. And you certainly don't want it to proc without you knowing, because it could just end up inadvertently blowing yourself up. I am going to take the Callus here. Yeah, we got to get Backstabber. Backstabber, huge for us. Was a diarrhea. Now, a nice little twist of fate here. We are with Backstab. That actually works out pretty well with Almond Milk. Another greed fight, of course. And it's because of the erratic nature of Almond Milk that it allows it to apply Backstab from pretty much any angle that you want. Even if you're standing right in front of an enemy. So if we can just somehow bolster our damage up, that would be ideal here. Or get a really solid tier effect like Eye of Belial. That's certainly well within our cards here and our means, because we have the D6. Careful. Yeah. Saw that gas explode right there. We could buy a second charge here, and I'm fine with that. Really, really, really want to get Eye of Belial. Death's Touch would also be permissible, but I'd prefer Eye of Belial if we could help it. The double deal. This is, I mean, it's bold of us to assume we're going to get a double deal at 76%, but you never know. Maybe we'll get lucky here today. Thanks, buddy. Okay, so it's 93.5% chance now. If we don't get a double deal on this, then we're cooked. Good proc with the butt bomb. Okay, so we get Lusty Blood, which is not bad for almond milk. And we get 9 lives. I will take. All right, we're just taking all the wacky. This is like a Judging of Isaac redo with like multiple items. I ended up taking Ocular Rift because it does work better whenever you have an insane amount of tier effects, or in this case, an insane amount of tears rate, because it can apply multiple instances of itself on top of the same target, and then it absolutely shreds stuff. So we've already done a Judging of Isaac on Eye of Occult though, and the results were, I would say mid. It's fair. I didn't even know. I didn't even know that we had a butt bomb there. Full card should get us out of boss rush if we could get in there, which we aren't. But we just need to be far, far, far away from any Ocular Rift that we do eventually spawn. So it's kind of pinning down Wrath right there, and that allows us to pluck away with Backstabber. But that, in its very nature, also, that is the reason why that Ocular Rift is dangerous and kind of an item that I don't usually take in most circumstances, because it stacks on itself. It can make things move at ungodly movement speed. Like, wait till you have like 2 or 3 Ocular Rifts on top of each other, and they're all trying to vie for the same target to suck into the void. Yep. And with us trying to get Guppy here, that would be ideal. But so far I will say that IBS has only caused us direct damage probably twice. Going to take Infestation 2. It's going to go very well with our Almond Milk, Backstabber, and Lusty Blood combo. Okay, so let's see what we can get out of this here devil deal. If we get one, we probably won't, but... Okay, Explosive Diarrhea is bad. Almond Milk can usually keep us safe, but we had to move directly away from the bombs there, so that was another direct hit, essentially. Because we wouldn't have had to move there if we didn't proc Explosive Diarrhea. There's our creep. There we go. You need damage, but the Polaroid is just going to be that much more important when if we're fighting Hush, or if we're fighting Delirium, which we are. I think we roll hard for Guppy. Yeah. Gonna get out of there, and we're gonna go buy the full charge. Now we have to hope that the Devil Deal is still open, which it probably isn't, and we only have 6.5 minutes to get the Hush, and that's I don't know. That's the crazy thing too, is that we've been kind of moving on this run. Like, I didn't stop to go back for that Devil Deal. It closed. I didn't stop to go back to go to that shop on floor 2 or 3. Taking a little bit of a risk here. We don't have the damage to really protect ourselves, so yes, we have 9 lives, but remember, we got to fight Delirium and Hush, and in case you forgot somehow. After the 10th time that I've reminded you that we are in Hush Delirium week, we're in the middle of it right now. As a Light Streak challenge week, and again, thank you Mosh Pit for making it happen. The World card, we're just gonna go ahead and throw right now. Temperance Machine, Chariot card, Sun card. We can use that on the next floor. Going to expedite things here. Whoa. Yeah, so that's a couple more penalties there, IBS. This is where Zombolis would be saying, well, how many times could you have gotten out of there? Were they all really your fault? Is a staunch IBS supporter. Coach Crandor must hate him. Come on, dude. So, okay, I have a cult. Ocular Rift. Chill. An HP upgrade, which I'm just going to go ahead and take. And then, well, there's our ticket in there, but I do not want Damocles. Like, Damo, please. And Curse the Lost, because we were planning on using our Sun card. So good on you, game. There you go on that. Wow. Yeah, Ocular Rift was a ginormous mistake, and not one that I'll ever take again. As it stands right now, we're looking at the possibility of having to fight Hush with 1 HP. Brother. So, this is not good. And another thing that we, of course, cannot keep forgetting about is the fact that we have IBS. So all those hearts that I was trying to avoid losing and stuff are now are gone, and we can't seem to find any tinted rocks or any way of getting them back so far. The reason why I kind of hesitated there as well is taking Death's Touch is because we really don't have the HP to lose. But having the piercing shots, also shielded tears, is quite important. It is an S tier combo, and we've managed to go the entire wrong way. Congrats, everybody. Hope you're happy. We did it. We did it. High fives all around. Okay, got another dead end here. It's 4 dead ends so far. Good. Always manage to find him when you're in a hurry. Isn't that neat? Oh, okay. So we found every single dead end that exists. Good. We're, of course, just trying to get to Hush on a run that definitely does not need to be going to Hush. But how does he do it? See, and that's just one of those times where it's just like, man, it is incredible how unlucky I am. There's another dead end for you. Like, what are the odds? Like, oh, okay, there's another one. Like, seriously, what are the odds? What are the mathematical odds that I could go in the worst possible directions every single time? We found ourselves in a loop now. Oh yeah. So this is great. This is I'm just loving this. We've already been up here, so I have no earthly idea where we're supposed to go. So congrats, game. We are most likely going to have to spawn Mama Mega in on this floor because we can't. I've been everywhere. I do not know where. We must have missed a door or something. Level D20, but doesn't really help us here. This was the most diabolical Curse of Lost that we could have gotten. Okay, so we did. There was a door down here that we hadn't gone into. There's no way that we make Hush here. Those backstabber, the piercing backstabber shots Might get us there, but it's going to be close. You see us canceling out all the tiers. With 1 second left. But IBS procced while I was trying to look at the time and blew us up. So I would not be able to go into the devil deal here. We earned both. Oh boy. I mean, we're going to have to fight Hush with 1 HP anyway. IBS is going to hit us, so. We can at least go back in here, grab the D6, then re-roll. And we get Spear of the Night, and as well, we also get, Twisted Pair. My brain was broken for a second. I was like, why did we not die there? Then I realized that, oh yeah, that was a free pedestal. So we have triple the amount of shots now that we can throw out, but I need to give myself Mama Mega to get into the Hush fight. We did not have a full charge on the D6. So, yeah. So I basically won't be able to use the D6 again until after we clear 5 more rooms in Cathedral. That's when I'll give it back to myself. But in all honesty, we shouldn't have had to use the screw you game. We shouldn't have had to use the Mama Mega anyway there. Ooh, now Libra, on the other hand, is something that may be able to help us out. Remember, though, we still have to fight Hush and eventually Delirium with 1 HP, and that is scary. I guess 2 HP now. And yes, I know we have 3 HP, but what I'm saying is we get 2 hits and then we're dead on the 3rd. So this is our best chance. We cannot afford to go into a death loop here. Otherwise, that might just be it. And there's always the ever-present threat of IBS, so I got to be paying attention to multiple things here in this fight. So you have to forgive the radio silence here. IBS is the clear and present danger. And also the hidden danger. Yeah, that's a good proc here for us. Gives us a little bit more of a stat up. The reason why it's not as amplified as it usually is because of Libra. Yep. That was Firemind proccing off of the fire poops. And that was Ocular Rift sucking those flies in, so this is real bad. Real bad. Almond Milk just shredded our hallowed ground. Gotta be careful of the gas. Should have taken a chariot card. Continuum shots aren't going to be much of the issue here. Should be able to cancel out a great majority of them. It's the waterfalls that are going to be the problem. Poof. Okay. Oh, boy. Yeah. Yeah. Hush is still hush at the end of the day. That was rough. I'm gonna use the chariot card here. A reverse strength card, which is not gonna help us out. Let's put some money back in our donation machine here because we got plenty of it. But yeah, this is not good. We need to get a teleport card so we can. If we find Delirium without fighting all the rest of the bosses in Void, then we need to be able to get out of there to go see if we can get some more HP. This is not good. So I will say IBS did cause us more damage there. With us having that Fire Mind, not transformation, but that Fire Mind, the Fire Mind effect. And you bet your bottom dollar we got to blow up pretty much every single blue fire. Remember, we have Spectral Tears as well, so I don't have to get in front of things. I can just simply stand behind, Whoa, I did not see that bomb. You can stand behind objects. I think Lusty Blood really helped us out there, giving us the all stats up. Looking for our last Guppy item. Hey, Longlegs is also not who I wanted to see. Especially with the way the Ocular Rift works. Shot speed. Empress card, meh. Another room not made to be on 1 HP for. Even if we had Guppy, it wouldn't really make much of a difference. We just need HP at this point. If maybe we can get a couple soul hearts would be nice, or just I'd prefer permanent HP upgrades. Unless we're just gonna get a lot of soul hearts, then we can at least have polar invincibility. But right now, it's not looking good. Now we should have the D6 by now. If we didn't have to spawn in Mama Mega, we would have had the D6 by now. So, or we would have had a full charge on the D6 by now. So, and it absolutely is worth it for us to go find this. If we can find HP first before fighting Isaac, that'd be best. We may need every single one of these 9 lives to fight Delirium. Yes, 7 lives now. IBS still trying to work against us here with the explosive diarrhea. No blue fires, by the way. Pretty cool. There's a tinted rock here, which could be clutch. Or just give us 2 bombs, because the game is just being an absolute jerk. I did not see that bomb there. Holy crap, dude. Okay, we get 1 singular soul heart. That's not going to be good enough for me to take into fighting Isaac right now. You might think that's stupid, but remember, we still have to fight Blue Baby. Or go straight to Delirium, but we need to get the chest. We are not in a hurry to go fight Delirium. There's usually a tinted rock in this room. There's not, but there's a crawl space. I really got to pay attention to IBS here. Do not want sticky bombs. Do not want Montezumas. Monty, you know I love you. One of my favorite items, but today ain't the day. One more full charge in here, which I am going to go ahead and just use. I mean, it gives us an extra life. That's basically all it does. It gives us an extra life inside of the delirium room, should it come down to that, which I hope to God it doesn't. But this is going to be tough. And before we can even really think about delirium, we got to think about Isaac. Isaac with IBS and Ocular Rift. Yeah, this is going to be a nightmare. I mean, we really got to lock in here. We cannot afford to lose a whole lot of lives. Should have really looked for the secret room before using all those rerolls too. That was dumb. Echo chambers. And yeah, that was a misplay by me. Absolute misplay. We should have waited. Should have waited until we knew that there was no like I didn't even look at in the stupid crawl space, or not crawl space, but the secret room. We have echo chamber. Let's use the Emperor's card against Isaac, and we're just gonna have to beast mode this. Again, the reason why I'm not taking the soul heart right now is because until we're ready, until we can go. Ideally, we just beat Isaac without getting hit, and then we have a soul heart for the next floor. That's the reason why I'm saving that. It might seem counterproductive, because you're like, well, it could save you from death. But think about a scenario where we take the soul heart, right? Take the soul heart, we get hit, and then we die anyway. Then there's no more backup plan for the chest, or even delirium. Yeah, I'm not looking for all these. Ultra Secret Room's gonna have Super Secret Room's gonna have to wait. If it's not up over here, then it's gonna be. All right, we gotta hunker down here. So excuse again the radio silence, but I gotta be on point. Our one saving grace is going to be piercing shots plus shielded tears. We gotta get away from Ocular Rift. Okay. We actually got through. Wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad at all, really. So the next time that we use this, when we use the Sun card, we're going to be able to get the Empress effect as well, because of Echo Chamber. But this is we're still in a very not great situation here until we can get our HP back or we get some crazy tier effects. Really, we can win with this. We just need HP. That's what it comes down to. Forgot the Sun card. Yeah, this is not the chest that we wanted. Thank God we've got the D6. We need to go for premium items. Premium items or just basic HP. Really hoping Gluttony was going to live through that. Loki's Horns and Dumpy are good, but they're not save us from delirium good. Plus, remember, we have shielded tears, so I know that people love Dumpy. And he has saved us before a couple times on the streak. But I don't know if this is the spot for him. We're getting some absolutely hellacious rooms here. Not let them split up like this. Okay, Ocular Rift. You only get one of those. Okay. And we're getting Emperor's card every time we use a tarot card, so another dead end with just more horsemen over and over and over again. If we beat Blue Famine, we'll get the Soul Heart. Okay, we've got a Soul Heart here. This is an ungodly terrible chest so far. Minus Little Dumpy and Loki's horns. Seraphim is also a bro, but again, not what we need here. We need just survivability. I don't even know where I am right now. Rosary is going to give us some soul hearts as well as a tears upgrade, which is going to be an all stats up because we have Libra. Still don't feel good about things here. We're not, I wouldn't say that we've stabilized. In fact, we're never really going to be stable on this run with the fact that we have IBS and Ocular Rift. Glowing Hourglass might have to be the play. I know, Zombolis and Tyrone are not going to like this. If we can get ideally, we need to find a pedestal that's going to be a spacebar pedestal that we can swap out the Glowing Hourglass for, because I think that we're going to have to go for the Glowing Hourglass. That seems like a must at this point. Not a spacebar item. Well, let's put it this way. It needs to be a spacebar item not in that room. And we just lost 2 soul hearts. Thanks to Ocular Rift and thanks to getting double tapped. Please, IBS. Back-to-back explosive diarrhea is the worst. And I had no idea that we were holding onto a bomb right there. Yeah, so IBS, I hate to say it, but you're not going to be changing things in my mind. We get Luckfoot, which is going to give us the Empress effect. Let's beat Boo Baby here. Hopefully this is some kind of HP up or Balls of Steel or something. And it was Puberty. Grand irony in all this is, had I just taken Glowing Hourglass, we could have undid both of those hits that we had. And also the fact that, like, I was holding onto a bomb and didn't realize it. We got an Eternal Heart out of nowhere. But that's not even the real, it's not even the real battle here. That was all these were the undercard bouts. Yeah, this could be potentially huge here with us getting another HP upgrade. We really, really, really need one here. Game, you are testing me. Well, we can swap out the D6. Or we can swap out the glowing hourglass. The reason why we're doing this is because we want to have one more reroll on the item pedestals up there. Get Tech 1. I don't know about Tech 2 because I think Tech 2 is exclusively a stats down because of the tiers reduction. And another thing to consider is also the possibility that we may have screwed up our synergy here with the piercing shots and shielded tiers. I mean, our Tech 1 tiers are still going to block tiers, but maybe not as reliably as before. So I don't know. Remember, we have Luckfoot, so we have good pills. Okay. Or not. Oh boy, and we did not find a teleport card, but at least the glowing hourglass card can get us, or glowing hourglass can get us out of the delirium room. All right. The reason why that's important again is because we need to make sure that if we accidentally find the delirium room, we don't want to do it until we've gone through every single item pedestal in Void. Unless we somehow beast mode him and just take him down. No way this is delirium. Every boss we get from here is a mini victory that we don't have to worry about backtracking to. Okay. All right, Ocular Rift. You do your thing, dude. Yeah, Ocular Rift, absolutely massive mistake there. Been confirming a lot of really bad items lately on Judging of Isaac. And at least with this sub-series, we get to see it on full display. People can see these items that I really, really hate for everything, in all their glory. And that's why I really like the Judging of Isaac. Because it's my attempt to give them a good, fair shot, and the game will find ways to squander that. And again, I don't know if taking Tech 1 was the right move. It doesn't feel like the right move right now. The only thing nice about Tech 1 here is the unlimited range, and I guess... Wow, okay. I was not expecting Delirium to be this close to the entrance, but here we are. We did get the creep here. The unlimited range is what's going to have to kind of take us over the edge here. Yeah, and Tech 1 is not, it's not blocking any shots. So we made 2 massive errors in this run. Taking Tech 1 and also taking Ocular Rift. Oh my god, yeah, that's a normal movement speed game. Okay. Jelly Belly just saved us from getting one double tap there. We lost our hallowed ground, and also our head, which is going to make it even harder for us to see what's happening. Going to try to maintain as max range as possible here. What? I have no earthly idea what hit me there. Unless it was a shot that I just wasn't paying attention to. That looked like a whole lot of nothing to me. Got him to about 10%. Or we could just do it. Or we could just beat him. How about we just beat him? Oh, man. Yeah, so a run of massive mistakes here. And I got to say, final judgment on IBS, it's still blacklisted. Tried to give it the fair shot here. We had no Pyromaniac or any kind of explosion immunity. It caused us more direct damage than any other item that we've had on Judging of Isaac so far. And it's judged guilty. Final verdict. IBS, Zombolus's favorite item. You are guilty of being a bad item, and you will stay locked up and blacklisted until proven otherwise. So thank you for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this episode, combined episode with Hush Delirium Week and the Judging of Isaac, make sure you give this one a good old thumbs up on the like streak down below. And, of course, leave a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts on IBS and other items you want to see next on the Judging of Isaac. And thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. I will see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like, thanks to patrons of mine like the Larger Trout, Yami, and Hunter Douglas. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Invicta.